Hi everybody, how are you guys doing? We are making lemon squares today, you guys. It's another one of my grandma's recipes from her holiday treats recipe book. I'm just gonna go on to my personal Facebook page and share this video. If you guys are just now jumping on, if you would share to your personal pages as well. Try not to do a watch party, because if you do a watch party, I can't comment. Hi Lisa. I cannot comment if somebody does a watch party. You guys can see the comments, but I can't. So I do warn against sharing in that way. Thank you, Elisa. I'm just going to share really quick to my Facebook page, and then I do share to some cooking groups that I'm a part of. Do that quickly so people know that I went on live, and then we will get going, and I will try to get this done efficiently so that when my kiddo comes home from school, I can hang out with him for a little bit before he lays down for a nap. How is everyone's day today? Hi Dad, how are you? You are sewing and just thought about me cooking. Hi Cindy, hi Jamie. What is up, you guys? I have had a busy morning already. My son had a dentist appointment before school, so we did that and ran him to school, and then I've just been doing some laundry around the house, and then my 2-year-old had physical therapy an hour and a half ago, and so we did that, and then laid him down for a nap, and then I was sitting on the couch dozing off myself when I realized that it was almost 3 o'clock. So I jumped up really quick and turned my oven onto 350. My husband just texted me. He is sad. There was at a jewelry store here in town, they were doing a ladies' night, and if you went to ladies' night and you made a wish list, then for a week they would give you 20 or 25% off anything that's on your wish list. And I missed it last night, and my husband's really bummed about it. Obviously, having to pay full price is never fun, but it is what it is. He always manages to get me awesome gifts. Better late than never, usually. Alright, you guys, we're going to make lemon squares today. These are one of my favorites that my grandma makes. My cousin Jordan as well loves these, so I know that they will be delicious. I did have to kind of pause for a second while I was typing it up last night, because the way my grandma listed her ingredients, the directions didn't match up with the ingredients, but I think I figured it out. I've never made them before. I've eaten them a million times. So let's hope that I have the right ingredients in the right order. We are going to start off by a 9x13 pan. It says to grease it heavily. What I have noticed with any of my grandma's recipes that she recommends that I grease it heavily, if I just put parchment paper in instead, it's a breeze. My grandma, I know, fights with getting desserts out of her pans, and it's a wrestle, and she doesn't grease it enough. And I have noticed that this takes all of the guesswork out of the process for us. So I just take some parchment paper or wax paper, and I just lay it inside of my pan, and it allows me to just pull these desserts out effortlessly in that case. You want to make some? When you were pregnant, your nephew was excited and said she would be queen of everything. Yes, like my apron, my mom got this for me back before she even knew I was going to be doing my cooking show, and it has come in handy, you guys. I have been doing so much baking and cooking prep work lately that I had to completely reorganize my kitchen cupboards because I was running out of room for my baking supplies. My chocolate chips, my marshmallows, all those things, they were just getting lost in my cupboard. So I ended up having to completely switch my cupboards around. How is everybody? My husband is watching. Rory, I did get your text message, but obviously I am starting my cooking show. I'm glad you and Kingston at least went and took a look. I'm sure we can find some sort of deal. But, all right, That's not gonna stay in there until we get our dough in there. So we've got our parchment paper and our 9x13. You can do the heavily greased. You can do the heavily greased and flour lightly. Anything that you choose when you typically want something not to stick and you want it to be able to fall out of the pan, do it to your 9x13. Hi, Victoria. How is everyone? You guys, we're going to get started on this really quick. And then from the looks of it, we will do another giveaway. So what I'm going to do, my goal is I'm going to get the crust part into the pan and into the oven so that we can do our giveaway, and then we'll move on to the next step. How does that sound, you guys? So we will get going. So we have heavily greased or lined our 9x13 baking pan, you guys. Then we are going to mix the first 3 ingredients well. So what I gathered, so the way my grandma made it, there isn't first 3 ingredients in a logical sense. I believe that she wants me to do the eggs, the flour, and the powdered sugar, I think is our first layer. And then our second layer are the ingredients after that. So we're going to do 3/4 a cup of butter. We are going to mix them together, you guys. It does not to say to soften the butter, so I did have it sitting out on the counter, but it needs a little bit more help before I try and mix it into this flour and sugar. So I just put it in the oven on soften, you guys. How is everyone? Janice, Sue, you guys all welcome back. They are all familiar names. I am glad you guys have come back to check out these lemon squares. So we're going to do the first 3 ingredients. So the 3/4 cup of butter. My grandma says she's never used unsalted butter. She always uses salted. It's kind of personal preference. I actually have completely run out of salted butter. I normally have boxes of them in my deep freeze, and I have boxes of unsalted but no salted. So we're doing unsalted today. We'll see how it goes. Then we're going to do 1.5 cups of flour, unsifted, it says. Yes, lemon bars, Megan. I am good. About to head to work, Victoria. I feel like I've been busy all day today, but I took my oldest to the dentist this morning. Everything was good there, and then I dropped him off at school, and then I came home, and then my youngest had physical therapy, so we did that, and he did awesome for his physical therapy. And then now we're doing this, you guys, and so it has been a good busy day. So we're going to do 1.5 cups of flour. Things that I have mentioned in my earlier videos, if you are unaware of it, and it sounds silly, but I was unaware of it 4 or 5 years ago, but there is a difference between a liquid measuring cup and a powdered measuring cup or a solids. So I want to stress that if you are measuring out flour, that you use a solid measuring cup, and if you are doing liquids, you do a liquid measuring cup. They do vary, and when it comes to baking, being as precise as possible is important. So I do stress that, you guys, that if you didn't know that there was a difference, that there is. Okay, so those of you that are used to, yes, super successful, you guys. His teeth, they said, are awesome. Then he's doing an awesome job, which is always good because it's mom brushing teeth. So those of you that are normally on my show and know that I do a giveaway when there's 25 live views, we are doing one today. My goal is to get our crust pressed in and into the oven, and then we'll do a giveaway so that we don't delay the show too much, and we do have a little time to fill in that spot. So that's where we will stick it. So we've got 1.5 cups of flour, unsifted, just plain flour. It says, not bread flour. You can, if you prefer, you can use unbleached flour. I noticed that it just makes things a little bit darker because the flour is darker. I've never tried it or eaten it, but I would assume that you can change it to gluten-free flour if that's something that you like or prefer. Amy, welcome, you guys. If you are a first-time viewer, so we're going to do 1/3 cup of powdered sugar while I talk. If you are new here, welcome. I am Riley. I am Mom Fueling Hungry Boys. I just started this, I think, 2 months ago. I'm not a professional. I've never gone to school for cooking. My goal, I am a very visual person, and I wanted to bring an element to baking that I hadn't seen before, and that's live baking. I don't make anything ahead of time. I don't pre-mix anything. A lot of these recipes I've never even made before. I do this so that you guys can learn with me and we can trial run things. We can troubleshoot things if they don't work out. We can make changes and variations and then get an honest review from my husband and my kids, who sometimes are picky eaters too, and get real life reviews and real pictures of somebody that isn't a professional. And literally I've only been baking for maybe 4 years now, so it's not even something that I'm super experienced at. But that's me. That is what I'm about. I try to be as real as possible. I drop stuff on the floor. My dogs eat stuff. I mess up. I burn stuff. Sometimes recipes don't work out. Sometimes I struggle through recipes. So we are doing lemon bars today. I've had them, eaten them a million of times, but these are the first time I'm ever making them, you guys. So wish me luck. If they don't turn out, I will let you guys know. But welcome if you are first time viewers. I do giveaways because I appreciate so much that you guys get out and share and view. I do giveaways when there's 25 live views that stay there for longer than 5 minutes with me. Typically, I will stop what I'm doing and enter names in and do the giveaway. But today, I just want to get this crust into the oven first, and then we will do a giveaway. Okay, Megan. So I am making, at the end of the month, we have a gluten-free sugar cookie I've never made before, but we will see if that one's soft. But I also make a peppermint sugar cookie. Yeah, it's chewy and delicious and creamy, and I highly recommend it, and I'm sure we can figure out a way to change it just enough that it doesn't have the peppermint in it if you don't want that in there. So we have our butter, our flour, and our powdered sugar. We are just going to mix these 3 ingredients. I knew I should have used my stand mixer or a bigger bowl. But see what I'm talking about? If you are new here, you guys, I make mistakes. I am not perfect. I am going to transfer this to a bigger bowl so that I am not losing all my powdered sugar in the fight with my egg beaters. All right, so we got that in there, you guys. We are going to mix this up. That didn't really help. All right, so it didn't say to soften my butter, and it didn't, you guys, I'm guessing that I should have melted it. It does not say in my grandma's cookbook, which I love her to death, but a lot of things she's been cooking for so many years, and it's second nature to her, that she forgot to include it in the directions. You guys can see all that powdered sugar and flour flying around, because I don't even have my beaters up that high, and we are losing so much of the powdered stuff. All right, you guys, we are gonna scratch that and we are gonna start over. I would assume, you guys, that my butter should be melted. Like I said, I've eaten these a million times, but I have never made them. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm not gonna do more flour or sugar. I'm just gonna try and melt that butter in there, you guys. I know I should have probably taken them out, but I'm just gonna do my best to melt it, I think. My grandma, it doesn't even say softened on it, so I softened it at least, but it kind of turned into what a dough would, and it almost looks like sand instead of dough. And I'm assuming, there we go, you guys. Okay. So I just stuck it in the microwave with powdered sugar and all, and melted that butter up, you guys, and that is way better. All right. way better, you guys. So I didn't have to sacrifice any of my ingredients. I was able to salvage it, and I just stuck it in the microwave for 30 seconds, and it melted that butter enough that it was able to form what I expected and more of a crust or a dough. So, trial run, you guys. I will go back and edit this recipe in the description of this video. This is what I'm talking about for those of you that are new here. Things are not always perfect. Sometimes recipes are worded weird and we don't understand them, or we've never done that technique before. So I just have this dough in here. We're going to do what we can to spread this dough around. And then hopefully I can get my parchment paper to stay in place a little bit. So I'm just going to push this around, you guys. We're just creating our crust of our lemon bar. I have it creased out so I can see where my lines are supposed to be. This might be a little easier than trying to push it in the pan. But like I said, you guys, I am not a professional. Haven't even been baking for very many years, very long. But we will learn together. Lemon bars, I know, are a fan favorite. And so I'm excited to see how these turn out. My grandma's lemon bars are always so delicious. And I can see why by looking at the recipe with all the powdered sugar and flour in it. All right, I tried that the best I could, you guys, to spread this out. But now it is just sticking to my rolling pin. Worked for a little bit though. So we just want to spread this out and form a crust the best we can for these bars, you guys. And we're just gonna, once we get this all pressed out, we're just gonna throw it in the oven at 350. It says 20 minutes or until lightly browned. My oven cooks a lot faster than most. Takes forever to heat up, but it gets the job done once it is heated up. So we're gonna get this all pressed out. How is everyone doing? Powdered sugar always goes everywhere. Hi Bree, how are you? Yes, powdered sugar is always, I am always causing a nice little powdered sugar flurry whenever I make anything, you know, frosting or icings and stuff. I always dust myself in a nice powdered sugar coat for sure. All right. So, not perfect, you guys. I'm going to throw it in the pan and see where we need to spread it out a little bit more. I would say maybe I lost a little bit more flour and powdered sugar than I had thought. But we are making it work. Just a nice thin crust, you guys, for these lemon bars. Just want it to be even, so I'm going to press down the middle a little bit so that it's not thick. And we are going to throw this into the oven, 350 for 20 minutes. It says I am going to put my timer on for 10 and then check on it, you guys. I don't want to burn this crust. Always open your oven and let the heat escape away from your face before you bend down and put your stuff in. So we have 20 minutes or until lightly browned. So I'm going to do 10 minutes to err on the side of caution, you guys, because there's nothing worse than a burnt crust. So we are, like I had said, promised, we are going to do our giveaway, you guys. We have 35 live views that have been hanging out with me, bearing with me, making my crust and dusting my entire kitchen with powdered sugar. So if this is your first time watching, you guys, I'm going to do a giveaway. I use a website on my computer that does random name generation, and they usually are fun little games or like pog machines or what are the different ones? Pot of gold, crane picker, eggs, jack-in-the-boxes, things like that. So we just comment our name to get entered in. Only comment your name once. And once I type your name in, I will say it out loud. So once I have said your name out loud, you can be relieved that I have entered you in. And then once we get everybody's names entered in, we will do our giveaway. The last person, Carol Ivalo, the last person to comment, I will have them pick a number between 1 and 10, and that will be the number of the name that we choose to win. Amy Jones. And if I butcher you guys' names while I say it, I am so sorry. Cindy Basewell, Sue Bailey. Welcome back, you guys. I'm seeing a lot of familiar names, which really comforts me that you guys are coming back and hanging out with me, and it is a consistent group of people, and that's really, really exciting to me. So I've got Sue Bailey, Sarah Peterson, Brianne Sattler, Megan Clark, Kimberly Branch. If you guys shared my video, I really appreciate it. I do warn you guys that if you do a watch party, anybody that's in your watch party, I can't see their comments. So if they're in a watch party right now, you guys, they need to click on my actual post that I'm talking in and comment their name there to get entered in. I have noticed that there have been people that I've uploaded my video and then seen their watch parties, and they're getting really disappointed that I don't say their names for the giveaway even though they comment it persistently. So I do warn, if you're in a watch party, you have to get into my actual video on my Mom Fueling Hungry Boys page and comment your name to get entered in. So we've got Kimberly Branch, Mary Damon, Jennifer Hatch, Brenna Bauer, welcome back, Brenna. Janice Anders, Sherry LaPointe, Kayla Rose. Hey Brianne Sattler, can you text my mom and let her know that I went live? She'll be mad that I didn't text her because it's her day off, and these are the only days that she can watch me, and I keep forgetting to tell her. All right, Kayla Rose, Sandy Blessum, Denise Bateau, Denise, Asia Myers. How is everyone else doing today? Is it everybody's Friday? My days kind of all blend together. Amanda Schaefer, since I don't have like a Monday through Friday job, I'm just a stay-at-home mom. It's never ending. Amanda Schaefer, Victoria Martin, Elisa Clark. You guys all welcome back. These familiar names really are just so awesome. Amy Jones. Today. Okay, Amy, I got you already, girl. I thought the name looked familiar. She was one of the first names I entered in. Shelby Watts. Cindy, thank you for sharing. Jasmine Stephan, welcome back. I do recognize that name at all. Elisa, I got you. Samantha Rise. Sarah Hemingway. Thank you, Bree. Been a very busy, stressful morning. I've heard that from a lot of people. What's going on, Kayla? I don't know. Hey, my friend Crystal's had a very stressful morning as well, so that's never fun. Yay, Friday. Kids are excited to put the Christmas trip this weekend. Yes, Christmas decorating is always such a blast, you guys. We love it so much that we did it like 3 weeks ago. But it's paid off because then I've just been able to wrap presents as we got them for like Black Friday and stuff, and not had to worry about stashing them so the kids couldn't see them. All right, you guys, so I am going to read off the names I have entered in. If I get to the end of the list and you haven't heard your name, please comment it. I will enter in Jesus Medina, and then I will read these names off, and if you haven't heard your name, Tracy Klein, if you haven't heard your name, you can comment it at that point. Renee Medina. All right, you guys. Carol Ivalo, Amy Jones, Cindy Baswell, Sue Bailey, Sarah Peterson, Brianne Sattler, Megan Clark, Kimberly Branch, Mary Damon, Jennifer Hatch, Brenna Bauer, Janice Anderson, Sherry LaPointe, Kayla Rose, Sandy Blessum, Denise Bateau, Asia Myers, Amanda Schaefer, Victoria Martin, Elisa Clark, Shelby Watts, Jasmine Steffen, Samantha Reyes, Sarah Hemingway, Jesus Medina, Renee Medina, and Tracy Klein. Your fiance had a grand mal seizure 3 hours ago? Oh my gosh. Is he okay? Is he in the hospital? Is this something that's happened before? Does he take medicine for it? Recently, my dog had 5 or 6 seizures within an hour, and I had never seen a seizure in person from a person or an animal, and I don't wish that on anybody. I was so glad my kids were asleep when it happened because it was scary. My heart is with you, Kayla. I am so sorry. That cannot be easy. Okay, Jesus, if you are watching and listening, you were the last one to comment, so pick a number between 1 and 10. Oh, I think I got you, Janice, but maybe I had another Janice Anderson. Okay, so I got Janice Johnson. Welcome, welcome. Jesus, if you pick a number between 1 and 10, and then we will do our giveaway, you guys, and then we will move on to the next part of these lemon squares. My grandma always called them lemon bars, so that's like what I start to say every time, and then I have to correct myself. Yeah, super scary, Sarah. Danae, I will get you. Danae. I'm just doing one part of the last name, Danae. Sorry. Sarah, yes. Scary Taylor Anderson. Got you. He's home now. It's inherited in the family. You're watching from the hospital room. And 10. Jesus wants to go with 10. Okay, well, my heart is with you guys. That is scary, even if it is expected in genetics. That can never be easy. And I don't, like I said, watching one is not fun, and I don't wish it on anyone. Yeah, I should have done strike Danae. I would have known what that was, but I just did the last part of your name. Okay, you guys, so we are going to do 10 when we're going to start over. When I pull a name out, I remove it so that you can't be pulled again. But we're going to start over. Sherry, I haven't called your name yet. It automatically clicked, so we're going to click it again and randomize it. There we go. All right, we will do 10, so bear with me, you guys. You'll see 9 names before a winner. Sarah, sorry, girl. Keep trying. We will get you. Mary, welcome. I believe you are new. That is number 2, you guys. Number 3, Janice Anders, welcome back. I do recognize that name. Number 4, Cindy, you are getting closer, girl. We are trying to get you to win something. Number 5, Renee, sorry. Number 6, Sue Bailey, welcome back, you guys. All these familiar names, so awesome. Number 7, Amanda, you get to enjoy your giveaway prize you've already gotten. Amy Jones, number 8. Number 9. Oh, almost, Danae. You almost got it, you guys. Number 10. Do a drum roll. Tracy Klein. Tracy Klein. You are my winner chicken dinner. You guys know the deal. If you are a winner, just send me your shipping information if I don't already have it. Congratulations, Tracy Klein. You guys, that's exciting. That was our 10-minute timer, you guys. It's supposed to be in for 20. I'm just going to peek in at it, see if it is golden brown. The edges are golden brown, you guys, so I am only going to try another 5 minutes. I'm not going to go for the full 20 because I don't want to overcook this crust. My grandma says just lightly browned. So, Tracy, congratulations. You guys, I do these giveaways all the time. Our big giveaway that I do is when we hit 2,000 likes and follows on my page. So if you have a chance, you guys, just comment or go onto my page and invite all your friends and all your family, anybody that you think would be interested, invite them, and then and then we can hit our goal, and I'll do two giveaways because it's likes and follows. So that's what I recommend. Tracy, congratulations. This is your second win, Tracy. I was thinking so, and I just had to double check and make sure. Yes. So Tracy, you have won twice now. Congratulations. That is awesome. But now it's a real challenge to figure out what to get you, because I already got you one thing. So we'll see what to get you this time. So our crust is in the oven. When it is ready, I'm going to grab it out of the oven and I'm going to run it outside to get it to cool to room temperature faster so that I don't have to have you guys waiting around for me. You added a couple friends. Thank you so much, you guys. It's super, super easy. If you get off of the video and you go onto my Mom Fueling Hungry Boys page, and then a little bit under the main photo, there will be little sections or tabs, and you go all the way over to the community tab and you click it, and it will show you that you like and follow the page, and it will show you how many people like and follow the page, and then there will be a button that says to invite people, and you can either hit invite and scroll through and pick your mom and your grandma and your sister and all that fun stuff, or you can just do a blanket invite. You hit select all or invite all. It will select everybody for you, and you just hit send invite, and it will go out to everybody. The worst that could happen is they say no, or they say, what the heck are you doing? Who is this person? And they don't follow me. But the best thing that could happen is I get all these likes and follows, and we get to do a bunch of giveaways, you guys. So that is, yeah, I feel like that's easy enough, maybe. I do understand if you don't want to spam your entire Facebook. I totally understand that. So if you just want to pick a couple of people, if 25 of you invited 2 people, you guys, we would get to our likes and follows really fast. It's starting to smell so good in the oven, you guys, and it's just powdered sugar, flour, and butter, and it smells so good. So I'm going to stick with my big bowl so that I don't make a huge mess in my kitchen today. So I'm going to just wipe it out, get that extra powdered sugar and flour out. Now we are going to make our filling that goes in the lemon bar. So this is going to be our yummy lemon filling. My grandma does recommend that you use real lemon juice. So instead of buying the little lemon refrigeratable juice thing, I went to the store and got lemons. So we are going to juice real lemons to get real authentic lemon bars, you guys. So Sarah, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your giveaway prize. So it says lightly browned in there, and then we're going to set it out to cool to room temperature. We are going to mix our eggs. So we are just going to lightly beat our eggs in here, you guys. You know me, if there are any other ingredients in my bowl, I typically will crack outside of the bowl. But today, it is the first ingredient that I'm putting in. So I'm just going to crack directly into here. And it just says lightly beaten. So I'm just going to beat it up a little bit before we put our other ingredients in. I'm just going to wash my hands off. I don't like raw eggs on my hands while I am doing some other stuff. So we are just going to use our egg beaters again, just really lightly, you guys. Kind of get those egg yolks beat up a little bit so that it's easier to incorporate into our filling. I'm glad you love them, Sarah. You guys, it is so hard to pick out gifts for people, but I do it, and I hope to do my best. I literally go onto Amazon and do kitchen gadgets and kind of cruise through and find things that I would like that I know aren't typical in people's kitchens, and then I send them out. But I also pick some like basic things like utensils and stuff that I know you can never have enough of. Like I have 3 sets of cups and measuring spoons, and I still sometimes don't have enough. All right, so we have our 3 eggs lightly beaten in here. We're gonna do 1.5 cups of sugar. We're just gonna do granulated sugar in this one, not powdered sugar. So we're gonna do 1.5 cups of this. So that is our crust, you guys. I don't wanna overbake it. We just want it lightly browned. Perfect. And I will show you just lightly browned, you guys. I will show you. Just see it's just very, very lightly browned, you guys. You don't want to overbake it because we will be baking it for another 20 minutes. So I'm going to pop away, you guys. I'm just going to throw this outside really, really fast to rapid cool it. It's like 20 degrees outside. So I be right back. All right, you guys. I hate doing that. I hate leaving you guys all alone up here, but hopefully that was nice and quick. They're heavy duty and super nice. That's what I was hoping for. I got Sarah a bunch of stainless steel measuring cups and measuring spoons, and they looked nice, sturdy, because I've noticed with my plastic measuring stuff that sometimes they melt in the dishwasher, and so they're like misshapen, so they don't measure correctly, which is never fun. So we have our 3 eggs. We're going to do 1.5 cups of sugar. So we have 1 cup and 1/2. Like I said earlier, you guys, just make sure you are using the correct measuring cups for your sugars and your flours and things like that. So I'm going to move you guys over a little bit. Sometimes it's hard to see what you guys can see because I have the comments pulled up and they go over the top of the bottom of the screen. All right, so we have eggs, sugar, we need flour and baking powder. I'm going to just mix this up a little bit with just this sugar and eggs. With those eggs in there, you guys, I don't even have any lemons in, but it looks like lemon in there with those eggs. All right. So we just need 3 tablespoons of flour, just a little bit of flour, you guys. Like I said, I don't know what all needs to be gluten-free for a gluten-free diet, but I would say with the flour, if you wanted to use gluten-free flour, I definitely think you could. It will obviously change it the way gluten-free flour does, but if it's worth it for somebody that needs a gluten-free diet, I would say try it and let me know how it goes. So we have our 3 tablespoons of flour. We need 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, not baking soda, but baking powder. I notice I don't really use 1/2 teaspoon. I don't really use baking powder that often. It's mostly baking soda. Or both, but we're gonna get that. I love these things with the little flattening brim to level off your measurements. You like the bowl I'm using? My mother got them for me. They actually come with lids. I also got these bowls for another one of my giveaway winners, so she got these bowls too. I'm not sure if she loves them as much as I do, but I did snag those for her. In one of my earlier videos, I did comment the link to buy them on Amazon. So if you are interested, I can do that again. I just saw a little bit of egg that I had on my counter that I didn't want there. All right, so I'm going to mix this in. This is our flour and our baking powder. Grab a spatula and scrape our edges down, and then we're going to juice our lemons, you guys. Here we go. Just scrape these edges down a little bit. Get this powder mixed in there. All right. Then we are going to juice our lemons. Get that off of my hand. So we need 1/2 cup of lemon juice. So what I have learned, yep, those bowls just went on my Christmas list. Good. Yes, I love that they came with lids. I did have somebody say that they read the reviews on Amazon and that people complained that the lids kept popping off. There is a technique to put the lid on. You kind of have to do, because it's like an airtight thing. So you push in the middle and lift an edge up and lay it flat. So there is a little technique to it, but they're so awesome, so worth it. Super easy to stack on top of each other. Super easy to put in the fridge with some leftovers, or if you have leftover frosting and just leave it in the bowl you mixed it in. It's been super awesome. So if you are going to juice real lemons, I recommend you rolling it on your counter. It breaks up all those little membranes on the inside of the fruit that allow the juice to come out a little easier. So I do this, and also be careful when you do it, but I do pop it in the microwave for 12 seconds. Warming it up, I don't know what it does, but it releases those a little bit easier as well. And so with rolling it and heating up the lemon, and I cut it open and it juices so much easier. So just nice, don't heat it up too long because I'm sure it will explode. I've never tested the theory, but I am sure that's what would happen. We don't want that. So I'm just gonna kind of break this open like this. And here we go, because we need half a cup. So I got 2 lemons. I'm gonna squeeze this the best I can. I don't have a juicer, I am the juicer. So I've learned those little tricks to help me juice the lemon the best I can. Try not to get any seeds in there. I don't think any lemon pulp would be a bad thing. I think it just kind of drives home the authenticity of it being real lemons in your lemon bars, you guys. Hi, Evan. How are you? All right. Here we go. See how much juice I got out of this one lemon because I did what I did beforehand. Super awesome. Tons of lemon juice. Okay, I just have 1 seed in there. Every little cut that I have on my hand is burning currently. All right, so 1 lemon. We got a little over a quarter of a cup, so we are gonna work on our second lemon. I figured it would take about 2 to get half a cup of lemon juice. Woo! Hit my dog in the head. He was sitting there waiting for something good, and he got a lemon to the head. Happy holidays, Evans. Hi, Sam. How are you? Long time no see. Evan, I am sure it's going to be fun this year with a little niece around. Fun buying presents for little ones. All right, so I'm going to roll this a little bit more, squeeze it a little bit more, then pop it in the microwave. 12 seconds is all, you guys. Don't do any longer. If anything, do less if it's a smaller lemon, because I don't want to be responsible for a lemon exploding in your microwave. Yes, lemon squares are so good, Evan. I'm glad that the description of the video caught your attention. That is me. You guys, I was looking at a home and garden magazine in the car yesterday while my husband is driving. I ran into these malted milk ball brown sugar cookies. Oh my gosh. So I wanted to run to the grocery store right then and there and get all the ingredients that I didn't have. But I thought, I'm making 3 desserts in the next 3 days. I better cool it and make them on another occasion. So I'm thinking we'll do the malted milk cookies soon. And Dad, nice. Is that an apron that I need in my life? But I will probably do the malted milk cookies soon and that upside down banana bread, you guys. That upside down banana bread, caramel banana bread, looks to die for. And I have 6 or 7 overripe bananas in my deep freeze right now. So I have a reason. Just make sure there's no seeds, you guys. So I have a reason to bake them. All right, so that was half a cup. My dad is a horrible human being and ordered me a new apron. I'm sure my husband will like the apron, Dad. I think you are okay. All right, so I'm just rinsing off the lemon off of my hands because they are on fire. You only realize you have little cuts on your hands when you use hand sanitizer or touch lemon of any kind. They're on fire, you guys. Didn't even realize they had that many cuts. All right, so we have half a cup of freshly squeezed lemon juice for this recipe, you guys. So let's pour this in here. We're gonna mix it a little bit with our egg beaters. All right, that is nice and mixed in, you guys. We are ready for our next step. So I'm just scraping around the bottom and the sides of my bowl to make sure there are not any chunks of flour or baking powder or anything in there. All right, I think we are good to go on that. So it says, so we've got all of our ingredients ready, you guys. It smells so good. Nice lemon pulp in there from the fresh lemons. We are just gonna pour this on top of our crust and bake for another 20 minutes. So I'm gonna run out and grab the crust. Smells so good, you guys. All right, so we are just gonna pour this right on top and bake it for another 20 minutes. And then they will be all done, you guys. Yummy. All right. Perfect, you guys. So hopefully you can see that. Nice, you can see that fresh lemon in there. So good, you guys. Okay. We are going to pop that in at 350 for 20 minutes. Then they will be all done. My grandma recommends, just be careful, you guys, it is kind of runny, so don't spill it on yourself or in your oven. All right, so I'm going to do probably a little shy of 20 minutes. I don't want to over bake those, you guys, and my oven does have a tendency to do that. That's it, you guys. Once they come out and they've cooled off, just dust the top of it with powdered sugar so that it looks really pretty. And with your parchment paper in there, if you did parchment paper, I will just lift mine out and I will cut it into squares. And then my grandma typically makes these ahead of time and freezes them in the freezer and then serves them. You just have to thaw them out for maybe an hour or two before your guests come over. But other than that, she says it stores in the freezer really, really well if you need to make them ahead of time. I am going to freeze half of mine and send them to my dad. And then on Monday, I'll send those to him. And then the other half I will keep for my family because Kingston loves lemon. And so I'm sure he will be super excited to try his very first lemon square. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. Tracy was our giveaway winner today. For the second time, she has won, you guys. So that is awesome. I appreciate all of you guys that came and hung out with me while I made my lemon squares and laughed at my dad for buying me an awesome new apron. But thank you guys. It's such a good recipe, Sherry. It's really easy, you guys. The hardest part is juicing the lemons maybe or spreading out your crust into your pan. But other than that, you guys, completely effortless. I will fix the recipe to state that you should probably melt your butter. Doesn't say that, but I will add that. I will let you guys know how they are, and I will post a picture of them when they are all done. Did your dad like your treats with coconut or without? So I have saved those. Sandra, I'm going to send my dad the coconut treats, so the Martha Washington balls, the lemon squares, the peanut butter balls, and the peanut butter fudge. I'm making those all this weekend, and then Monday, I'm going to gift wrap all of those and send them to my dad. So he hasn't had them yet. But my husband and I both agree without coconut, but we aren't coconut fans, so that's probably why. I would say my dad will give us a very good review once he gets those, and then somebody else that may like coconut, I think my brother, and I'll have them try it. But as of right now, I would say no coconut is the way to go. Even though couldn't find that recipe online anywhere, my grandma, way better without coconut. Thank you, Carol. You're so sweet. Yes, Dad. Dad likes treats, coconut or not. So he asks me every year to just slip some cookies or cookie dough into the mail and send him his way because he can make his own, but it's never the same. You know, getting treats in the mail is always fun. See you guys soon. My next live is tomorrow, I believe. So I will post the recipe. There's like stuff all over my counter. I want to say our next recipe, you guys, is, we are working our way through this, cruising through this. Peanut butter fudge is our next recipe, you guys. It's going to be tomorrow. Let me check. Tomorrow. takes forever to load, you guys. I highly recommend if you ever need a recipe or want to watch a video that you know was in the far past of my Facebook, check out my website. Way easier to function on, way easier to find things, print out. I make recipe PDFs, you guys, that you can click on and print out and keep. They look nice. They have a picture next to them. Super awesome. I highly recommend that. So my peanut butter fudge, you guys, 3 o'clock tomorrow. Does that sound good? Anybody? 3 o'clock tomorrow? My kids go down for a nap at like 2, so it's easier for me to bake when they are sleeping. So peanut butter fudge tomorrow at 3. We have a couple people that said yes, no coconut. Yes, he knows mine are made with love, and it's, you know, easier to have your daughter send you treats instead of going grocery shopping. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Peanut butter fudge tomorrow at 3. And it's going to be so good. My grandma calls it never fail fudge. So let's cross our fingers and hope that I don't fail at it. But thank you guys for hanging out with me again. Lemon squares, you guys, are going to be delicious. Like I said, Anastasia, I know that you have had Martha Washington balls before, but this year I made Martha Washington balls with coconut in them as well. So that's what my guests are asking about. I made Martha Washington balls with and without coconut, which they don't normally have. So that's what they're asking about. But anybody that's still watching, you guys, check out my website. Invite your friends to check out my website because I'm pretty proud of it. It has printable PDF recipes for you guys. Way easier to grab the recipe off of my website than my Facebook. I also have my YouTube cooking videos on there linked, which is this video uploaded to YouTube. Super easy. You can do it that way. All of my recipes are organized, but by what type of meal it is. I highly recommend it if you are in search of a recipe that I have done in the past, because I have noticed scrolling through Facebook is a nightmare. So I recommend my website. Thank you guys all for hanging out with me. My cat is on the hunt for lemon squares, you guys, so I better stop her. Have a good night, you guys.